Okay, all right. So this is it's gonna be 18. So I was just talking about the apps and books, book layouts and stuff like that. So besides the grid book that I'm doing, also like it would be very helpful, um, which I kind of wanted also to do. I just got like more ideas than I got time to like implement everything, or maybe that's not true. I probably it's probably a priority kind of thing. But anyways, because everybody's got the same amount of time, if you got a book laid out, right, and then on the top, I'm gonna have say kind of like a outline. Say let's say these are pictures, right? Individual little kind of like mini photos, like that you have like wallet photos, kind of size, and that's going to represent whatever's going to be inside your book, right? Like the different categories or different chapters and stuff like that. So the first one, you could have a picture of whatever you want. Let's say you're going to start to categorize all the information that you learn from different speakers that you listen to or go to or follow or anything like that. So let's say you could have like Tony Robbins here, and then just keep like putting down, put like Napoleon Hill, um, you know, John F. D. Martini, whatever. So you could have, as you're flipping through this book, this one here would be highlighted. Let's say the first 100 pages are this picture right here, right? When you're looking at the top, kind of like all the pictures, you can, as you're flipping through the book, it'll go from here, the first 100. As you're flipping through the next 100, this one will be highlighted. The next 100, this one will be highlighted. The next one, this will be highlighted. As you're flipping through, you can just open up the book, and if you're here, you're in the section where this in this particular category, whatever the picture is there that represents it, that you're there, right? And then you flip through, you can see, going forwards or backwards, right? It's kind of going to be like for navigation. So then here, I'm also going to have like here, kind of going down, you have pictures as well, and you could have say like health, a picture for like a vibrant body, or like food. You could have a picture of like whatever you want it to represent for food, whatever the symbol you want the symbol to be for you, right? And you have different categories. So if you're here, in the section of Anthony Robbins per se, and then you have a picture whatever represents health for you, right? Let's say like you have some barbells or something, or a picture of an elliptical or whatever it is that represents health. Then in your section, right, that the category is Tony Robbins, and then here, because you have health, then everything that's going to be here for pictures is going to be, it's going to be Anthony Robbins talking about health, right? And then concerning health, if he's talking about health, and let's say he's done lots of talks about health, if he said a specific point that you want to remember for that, then you could, with other pictures, you could add in other pictures. Let's say he was talking about health, when you're a kid or something, right? So if you put Anthony Robbins health and a kid, you start to add pictures to remember, where the context is going, like what the person is talking about, right? You start out with what we're talking about, and then concerning what, and then, what did he say exactly? We just kind of keep adding pictures, because we add like one picture, it's kind of vague in general. It's a topic, we're talking about something, but what we said specifically, if we just add extra pictures to what we're talking about, then it's a lot easier to remember stuff, right? So if I have a podcast person, like Huberman Lab, right? And then he was, talking to whoever, and then I start to remember what he was saying specifically, because he was talking to this person versus another person. I could have a picture with another person, and then I start to remember that. And, so basically what I'm saying is have a book that's with just pictures, but the navigation is easy and it shows you where you're going. And then if you have pictures here of different topics, you could have, and then just add, for what we want to remember, add pictures, to say, kind of define where we're going with that, right? What he was talking about specifically. So that's kind of like the thing I want to do. Just have a picture book because pictures are more memorable than just reading information, I believe. And we can just kind of instantly remember stuff. And then when I go away, when I'm trying to remember information, and this is a lot easier to remember just, pictures. I think in my head, what do I want to remember about Anthony Robbins? Talking about, I just have a picture of Anthony Robbins and other, stuff starts to come to my mind when Anthony Robbins was talking about this topic, and I have a picture of that. He was saying this specifically, and I have a picture of that. Because I'm tying all the information into pictures, it makes it easy for my mind to remember the information if the information is represented by pictures, and there's a book that just has the pictures, because it's so much more, especially with my 8181 grid book, like we're just putting the essential information, like each box, that's in the book is just a concept, right? It's not like filling the book with a whole bunch of word filler that's explaining concepts, but it's just a concept without the words. That everything that you want to remember about that, you just have to remember the concept, and that's what's taking up the space. You're just kind of taking out all the filler and just leaving, a book that has, spots in it, like these containers, these, kind of boxes for symbols, which represent, either my 8181 grad book, just a concept in itself, or in this kind of case, this would be kind of like, start with the topic as a picture, and then you kind of add more pictures to remember what it was that they were talking about, or what specifically you want to remember. So yeah, that's kind of like a different layout I'm gonna do as well. Thanks.